Hey, I'm Pete the Plumber. Plumbing is what I'm all about. From emergencies to catastrophes, to brand new shiny renovations, let me and my team show you how to get it done and done right. Calgary, we've got you covered. I'm here with homeowner Dean. Dean, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Pete. Thanks.
Good, great, beautiful house you're in.
Well, thank you.
You just moved?
Yeah, about a month ago.
A month ago?
Yeah.
Why do you got me out here?
I've got you out here just because I'm concerned about issues with flooding in the basement. We do have a sump pump, but if something happens to the power and that doesn't work, then it's no deal, right? So we figure we get a backup sump pump and we're covered that way, so our house doesn't get flooded. Like we had relatives about 3 years ago that got flooded out because of the primary system.
In Chestermere. In Chestermere, right,
Yeah.
exactly, yes.
Yeah.
Chestermere is a lower elevation because they have the lake there, of course, and everybody built close to the lake because that's what we do. We always want to dock. And the subdivisions weren't built very far from the lake and the elevation doesn't climb. It's not like lower mainland BC where elevation climbs to the Rockies. Everything around it is low. So they had a sump pump, the power went out, so the sump pump was no good.
Exactly, yeah.
Ouch.
Peace of mind is worth a lot.
Oh, it is. Much damage?
A lot.
Like 20, 30,000 for the whole
easy.
Slim,
Yeah,
was
the
it?
whole basement was.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow. It's not hard to get to $20,000, $30,000 in the basement,
not anymore.
that's for sure.
No.
And it would be a lot to get 4 or 5 feet of water in there, of course, a lot of flooding and a lot of rain, but thousands upon thousands of houses would be affected with like 3 feet of water. And why else?
We're also getting a soft water conditioner.
Softener.
Or water softener, yeah. And we're also getting a carburetor installed, so.
Perfect.
Just want to get everything done at once.
And again, the more jobs you can do at once with a plumber, the cheaper each job is. So remember that 5-cent washer costs $100 to change, but I can change 100 of them at the same visit.
Exactly.
So always think of the jobs. Well, that's great. We got the guys coming down there. One guy's down there now scouting things out. The great part is you have a loop already. The builders put a loop in, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's all nice and open. We were actually admiring how nice and open it is down there.
Well, thank you.
Which is great.
We're discovering a lot of things too, so
That's good. Well, we're going to get at her, and we'll keep you informed as we're going along.
sounds great. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.
I brought Adam out to Chestermere. It's its own city. It's the city of Chestermere. We consider it a suburb of Calgary, of course. It's just outside the city limits, easy to get to, beautiful, beautiful houses. But they do have a bit of a drainage problem here. As you know, Chestermere Lake can swell and recede and swell and recede, and we're not very far. All the houses are probably only 15 to 25 feet above water level. Now, that seems like a lot. If the lake raised that much, we'd have a lot more to worry about than anything. But people don't think when we get our torrential downpours, it has to run to the lake all the way through the subdivisions. Okay? So you got to remember that. And that's what we're faced with now, isn't it, Adam?
It is today.
That's right. We've done, how many sumps have we done out here? Dozens and dozens.
Too many.
Too many, that's right.
Almost
So
every house has one.
it has to. Now, obviously, the builder put one in here. Now, the one thing that everybody says, if we got rains and rains and storms and rains and rains and rains and storms and rains, and we have all this water coming in, and the power goes out, it doesn't matter. You could have 25 sumps.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's still not going to pump. So what we're doing here is we're putting a battery backup system.
Yeah.
And the battery backup system we have is not just for this pump, but it's a completely separate pump.
Yeah, it runs completely on its own. It ties in here as well. So if the power goes out, it'll use the secondary pump to pump out instead of the primary pump.
Perfect. And what kind of battery do we have charging?
Marine dry cell battery. It's a long life, deep draw battery, so it should last a long, long time.
And we got a plug-in right here for it to trickle charge too.
We do. Yeah.
Beautiful. Again, this was all by the builder. So you know that they know there's an issue out here that you have to be aware of. So anybody in Chestermere or in flood potential areas, this is a show for you to definitely keep in mind. Now, we're talking about an 8-year-old house. What's wrong with this?
Obviously, ABS is designed to be no pressure, and obviously if we have a rise and water standing in here, we have pressure. So we do unfortunately have to change this vertical section, not so much the horizontal section all the way at the top, but the vertical section has to be changed out to a PVC piping system that is rated for pressure.
He's good. I don't even need to be here, do I? So we're going to obviously change all this to bring it to code, add the secondary pump, and get that all in there.
plastic pump. Yeah, they just tend to wear it a little quicker. And bodies can crack or something like that too on them. We tend to use a cast iron pump still. The pit was empty and that whole standpipe was dry.
So the check valve worked.
Yeah.
Or the check valve didn't work.
One of the two, yeah.
Oh. So I wonder if we should bring another sump pump out. Well, we're in beautiful Chestermere and it's raining. We got a normal June day. June is the rainiest month of the year. And it's raining. Hi, I'm Pete the Plumber, here with Mike from Tally Renovations. Mike, how do you tackle kitchens?
Kitchens are really, really important. They're the absolute heart of the home, so they take a little extra time and care to get it right, because it's really the hub for your family, for your friends, and it's the gathering place for everything that you do.
And with that attitude, that's why I always recommend Mike from Tally Renovations.
Tally Renovations. Beautiful spaces built right.
We need to replace our kitchen cabinets.
You've come to the right place.
We have an idea, but
You can sit down with one of our designers. That's one way we try to make your life easier.
I don't want to be assembling cabinets on my weekend.
Hey, the only yelling you'll ever need is that guy.
Renovating is fast and easy with the help of our cabinet experts.
I love these cabinets.
No longer a contractor's best kept secret. We provide pre-assembled cabinets right here in the great city of Calgary. Get your cabinets right here.
We didn't have to make them so comfortable, but we did. Toto.
We at The Landscape Artists have been transforming Calgary landscapes for 40 years, serving this city and surrounding areas with smartly designed creative outdoor living spaces. Crafting your outdoor oasis has never been easier with amazing results. You'll enjoy working with our creative design team as we take your vision from dream to a reality. You deserve a place to unwind, a place to think, and a wonderful place to entertain. Call our firm today for your free consultation. The Landscape Artist, award-winning design and construction.
Welcome to Pacific Hut, where great food and great people come together. Classic Filipino dishes and delicious all-day breakfasts in comforting Filipino-style cooking. Bring your family and come in today. Pacific Hut.
Second thing we're doing here is a water softener. As you know, in Calgary, we have hard water, so we have to put a water softener in here. You have no problem with a 30,000 grain softener in about 95% of the houses in Calgary. 30,000 grain softener is all you need for a 2 to 4 bathroom house. It doesn't matter how many people are there, 2 to 4 bathrooms, because even if you had 100 people there, you only have 2 to 4 bathrooms. You can't have any more. You get to the big monster houses where we get 5 or 6 bathrooms, it might be a different softener, but that's kind of rare. So here we're going to put in the 30,000 grain Tahoe, the Water Right Tahoe, now with a 10-year warranty. I love it. They've redesigned it, made it simpler, made it easier. It is a fantastic unit, and you know that by a 10-year parts and labor warranty from us. So you know it's a great unit. Now, the great thing about this is they've already got the loop. The loop, we have to separate 3 things in the house: the 2 hose bibs and the kitchen cold drinking water. So let's take a look at the piping. So here's the water main coming up. Here's the water meter. Water main coming up. Here going to the rest of the house. The loop comes off, done by the builder. This one goes to the kitchen drinking. This 3/4 line goes to the 2 outside hose bibs. This is teed off for a water drinking system. So they've split this off, and they must have a separate water drinking system in there. So with the obviously the drain right here, this is going to be a pretty easy install, isn't it, Adam?
Very straightforward, very nice and tight. We can put it all in one nice little spot, and we don't have to run anything really beyond here, which is nice.
I like where it is too. We're behind the furnaces. You wouldn't use this for anything else, maybe beyond Christmas tree storage or something like that.
Yeah, I would say storage, but the only things, we're really not hindering anyone's walking path or anything like that.
No.
It's really, we're just taking up a little bit of storage space.
Yeah, this is actually perfect for a plumber, which is rare. Usually we're climbing over things and moving things around. This is just all set out for all the trades. All the communication stuff is there. The panels here, everything is just, you're going to be out here in minutes.
Hopefully, yeah. It should be a quick one.
Maybe a little bit longer than that. Well, let's get at her and see how we can get her in.
Sounds good.
Was it working? Did you ever turn it on?
Yeah, it was plugged in. It wasn't working.
Oh, it's not working?
No. It was plugged in. I unplugged it.
Your existing sump pump's not working.
Wow, okay.
We pulled it out and
Yeah.
it was full.
Yeah.
Well, not quite full, but it wasn't working. We plugged it in and no working.
Lovely.
Right.
Well, I'm glad you discovered that.
Yeah, then now's a good time.
They are really easy, a matter of just literally setting them in the pit, having the pipe come out of the pit. In our scenario here, we are going to have what we call a common discharge. Because we have two pumps in here, I am going to have two pipes coming out of this pit, but I am going to create a common discharge up here where they both tie in into one pipe and then discharge on the same spot. So it doesn't matter which pump's running, they're always discharging out the same area, but they'll never both run. The only time the battery backup runs is if we don't have no power in the house. This pit's 3/4 full. This is a standard size pit. They don't really come much deeper or much bigger than this. I have seen them bigger and deeper if we're trying to deal with a lot of storm water. A pit like this, when I turn this pump on, in all honesty, it'll probably drain it down in like 5-10 seconds. Unless there's more water coming in constantly from the ground itself. So it may discharge it and then all of a sudden you see it fill up again and discharge again right away. But it will discharge that whole pit quantity in seconds.
We get a lot of calls from customers that their kitchen faucet or their basin faucet's loose on the countertop. Really easy to fix that, or watch your installer when he's doing it. Get some silicone, just normal clear silicone, do a little fine bead around the flange before you plunk it down in the hole, okay? That silicone will dry and become as hard as a rock. Another thing to do is before the bracket goes on the bottom underneath the counter, put some thread tightening here. They have special thread tightening stuff that you can tighten up, and that thread stuff will just tighten it right on there. Put a little goop up there, tighten it right up to the bottom, clamp it on. That thing will never move. Little trick, you don't want that moving. Another big thing is a lot of people have the countertops, the arborite countertops, that are all rotten because it has been leaking, and the faucet's been leaking down through. As long as it's not too bad, you can use a countermate. Countermate has various holes. This goes underneath the counter for the faucet to go through, and it helps support all the old rotten parts that might be there. Countermate, it's a fantastic little item. Probably get it at most box stores. If not, we keep them on all the trucks because we want to put that faucet in once and once only and let you enjoy it for many years.
Pete the Plumber here. We're at the 2018 Fall Home Show, September, in the beautiful BMO building.
Your experience with Legacy Kitchen starts with a visit to our showroom, where our designers and craftsmen are committed to creating a kitchen that suits your home and lifestyle. We coordinate every aspect of the design and renovation process, taking you from an idea to reality. For over 3 decades, we have proudly served Calgary homeowners and home builders with premium kitchen design and renovations. Legacy Kitchens, we are with you all the way.
I love this. That's gonna go on top. Can't wait. Beautiful.
When you have a Canada outdoor kitchen, you get more out of life. Add a whole new dimension to how you use and enjoy your home. Enjoy family and friends, and extend your outdoor cooking, dining, and living experience all year round. Canada Outdoor Kitchens. Dream big, live well.
Pete the Plumber here. We're at the 2018 Fall Home Show, September, in the beautiful BMO building, and I happen to be with Marlene, my showroom superstar today. We're here answering thousands of questions on showers, steamers, furnaces, hot water tanks, and obviously toilets. My love of toilets. And we have this special red candy dish toilet, which stops everybody. They all love it. Anything and everything, plumbing and heating, they're all coming down to talk to Pete, and I'm going to give them the straight goods on everything. Look who I found, a good friend. How you doing, Kurt?
Good, Pete. How you doing, my friend?
Good to see you. Good to see you. What? Nice little booth here.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
And you got the foam.
We got the purple foam.
You got the purple foam. Beautiful. Now, how does that expand? How much does that expand?
About 40 times what it is in liquid form.
40 times. Yeah. Now, this, I did not know you did this. You lift concrete.
Yeah, you know, using spray foam to lift concrete is a great way of doing it. Mud is the conventional way.
Yep.
Very heavy, 108 pounds per cubic foot. My foam's only 4 pounds per cubic foot.
Wow.
So you already got soil that's pushing down on there. Obviously, you don't want more weight on it, so foam is great for that. Water doesn't erode the foam.
No.
Grout-based mortar, water runs by there, it just pushes all that away. So those are two great reasons to use foam instead of mud to lift your concrete.
Did not know you did that. Yeah. Awesome, awesome. You guys keeping busy?
We are keeping busy.
Obviously, in many rec rooms. I've seen many rec rooms over the years. I've seen joist linings, joist spaces, which is, I know your forte when you started out. Beautiful, beautiful demo you got there. Things are good?
Things are well.
Are they?
That's been a good year for us.
Well, foam, you know where to go to, guys.
So in the city of Calgary, the battery backups probably aren't as necessary. For somewhere like Chestermere and Langdon, where they're pretty notorious for getting power outages, I would have a battery backup. We've got both the pumps in there now. We have our primary pump, and then we have a battery backup pump. So that's why we have the two pipes coming out of this now. We are, as I mentioned before, we are going to join it into a common pipe and then just join way back up there. And then that's where it leaves the house. On these battery backup pumps, they do allow us to set the height of the actual float. Now the float is, just like our other ones, just a plunger. So it's not the old style ball where the ball has to come up and go upside down. These ones tend to work a lot better and last a lot longer.
The biggest thing is, I don't think we're going to get 3 feet of water in there to raise it more than the maximum is, but all the water has to run there. So when we get the big rainstorms, the water goes through the subdivisions to get to the lowest point, which is a lake. So that's why a lot of damage is done with rainstorms and basements in Chestermere.
So if the water ever comes up to here, this secondary pump's going to activate long before it reaches the top of the pit.
Every Chestermere house should have a sump pump. They might not need it for years and years, but when they need it, they need it. Or $50,000 basement damage. And that's a minimum, like 25 to 50 is minimum nowadays, because they have to cut up at least 4 feet. So all the carpet's gone, all the baseboard's gone, all the drywall and insulation's gone. You're going to need a new hot water tank if it gets to be 8-9 inches. You're going to need a new furnace if it gets to be 10-12 inches, which is not a lot of water when we get those big storms.
This brine tank is where we actually make the salt solution and clean the softener. Big misconception that a lot of people have is they think the salt is used to soften the water. It's not. It's actually used to clean the softener. Inside here we obviously have water and salt, and the nice thing about these new ones is we do have a float and a check valve way down here to prevent this tank from ever overfilling. So another nice new feature about these new tanks is they do become with the check valves and floats and everything on them to prevent overfilling. because it just finished filling, and now we can't see the water. So as soon as he sees water again, we tell him to add 1 bag.
We're looking here at 2 furnaces. So it's how many square feet?
Almost 4,100 square feet.
4,100. So one of these furnaces will do definitely the upstairs. The other one will probably be the main floor in the basement. And they both got air conditioners on them. You can tell that by the fan coil, or the coil on top, I should say, which is so key. We're going to go look at the filter here in a second and just make sure it's nice and clean too. Any concerns with these?
Yeah, actually one's been acting up. It's actually not working anymore. So we're trying to see if it's worthwhile fixing it or selling it as is.
How old's the house?
It's only an 09.
09, so 9 years old. You're at that point. You get near 10, 11 years old. Air conditioners, are they original air conditioners?
They are.
They are, okay. So they might need some love and care. Who knows? There could be some boards going out, this, that. They're trained furnaces, and Train are fantastic furnaces. One thing we're going to talk about, I'm going to touch on really quick with Dusko, is the filters. They are so important to the furnace, whether it's AC or the furnace. In the winter, you need to change them regularly for fresh air coming in there to be heated to go out, and especially all the time, you need it for this summer when you have AC. It has to allow air in there to be pushed out by the fan through the AC coil. If not, it'll all freeze up if this chokes up. So these are so important. Everybody says, do I need this one, do I need that one, blah, blah, blah. I love the $3 throwaways. $3, put them in every 30, 40, 50 days, you're golden. Just remember to put them in every month. Key to the health of AC and heating.
How important is your roof to you? EuroShield, your smart choice in roofing. EuroShield, environmentally friendly rubber roofing systems. Hail, heat, wind, rain and snow, bring it on. Alberta made for any kind of extreme weather. For life. Built from recycled material. Built to endure. Built to cover your home in style. EuroShield, the best choice for your home. Greening the earth, one roof at a time.
Hi, I'm Pete the Plumber, trusted by Calgarians for their plumbing and heating needs. There are tons of real estate agents out there, but I always go with the real estate partners at RE/MAX first. For the real estate agent that goes the extra mile and really cares, call my buddy Dusko at RE/MAX first.
Hi, I'm Dana Merzen. When I played with the Calgary Flames, we had to work hard, pay attention to detail, and follow a game plan. It works on the ice and with Diamond Wood products. Diamond Wood products. Quality, pride, and teamwork.
We're done here with homeowner Dean. Adam got everything wrapped up really nice, and it went very smooth. They already had the loop in the house, and here it is. What do you think? Ta-da!
Beautiful. Beautiful is what it looks like.
You're easy to impress. Well, just to let you know, this is the Water-Right family, and this is the Tahoe, the newest version. These are an engineer's dream. It's something you can always improve on, using less salt, using less water to make our water softer. And they've really hit this one out of the park. The Tahoe version is fantastic. So good that we got a 10-year parts and labor on it.
Yeah, that's great.
Sump pumps are something you should check on. We are lazy, we are complacent, we are lackadaisical, as one of my engineer friends says. and we're very complacent. So it's something you should go down and check once a year, at least once every 2 years, but it's something you should check. It's very important. So again, the average softener is going to last you about 10, 11 years, then you're going to need some new resin anyhow. So if your softener is over 10, 11, 12 years, time for a new softener. It's not worth getting a new bed in it. So again, you're covered for parts and labor for the whole life of it.
Yep.
Our package includes all the salt. We got the salt halfway filled up into her. Throw some water in there, got it juicing away. It's all going.
There was actually a lot of room, as you can see. The pit was already there. We just had to put the new pump in. And we found out his old pump wasn't working because we had the battery backup, of course, which supplies the new pump. But we were just going to tie into his existing pump, but the existing pump didn't work. Adam found that out when he was there. So it was quite easy at that time to put another pump in.
Give everything about 72 hours because it has to completely empty the hot water tank. You got to use the hard water there, then replace it there, and you'll see it softer and softer and softer. Easier on the clothes, it'll last longer, be brighter. Your skin, your hair, everything will be great.
I'll look younger.
Years and years and years younger. So it's great. So we got all that tucked away. You're happy with that? Nice and against the wall?
It's perfect, yeah. It sets off the basement almost.
There you go. Let's go take a look at the sump.
Sounds good.
And there was lots of room for the softener. The house was piped for a softener. Again, we've had a couple really sweet jobs that went nice for us this year. And that was one of them. It went bing, bang, boom, in and out. And the battery backup, you'll never have to worry because, again, when we get those big storms, the likelihood of the power going out is quite normal. So that's why we get the battery backup. And that's where we've had calls and lots of thank yous from that.
Okay, we've got her all in. One great thing we found out during the job is the existing sump pump was dead.
Yeah.
Didn't pump. So great time to find it out, of course. So we got a brand new one in. The main one is on this one with a check valve and a shut off, of course. This is the battery backup one.
Right.
So power goes out, rainstorm, this guy's not going to work at all. The battery, the dry cell battery, will be fully charged, kick in, and this secondary one will be kicked in and going.
Excellent.
So it's a bit tight here. You had a really bit of a tight pit, but we got it all in there. And this is Hydromatic. They have been around for decades and decades. Cast iron body. They're not a flimsy, I hate to say it, box store model.
Yeah.
They're a good, solid base pump with a great warranty on it. And that's what you want to get with a sump pump. You don't want a flimsy little thing. If you want to blow your nose, get flimsy Kleenex. Don't get a flimsy pump for something like this. Because when you need it, you need it.
Exactly.
Alberta's climate is changing. I've been here 25 years and I've seen a lot of change. I've never seen the summers so hot as they have been the last 5 years, getting hotter and hotter and longer, which is nice, and longer. But we have summer go right into September now. You have to be prepared for that. Rain, we've always had our storms and rains and hail. When we get our rainstorms, we get them good.
And you don't have to worry. Anything happens, power goes out, the secondary one kicks in, and you'll be the driest house in Chestermere.
Good peace of mind.
Exactly, that's what it is, peace of mind. This is something that you could come down. You could come down every year, every couple of years, put a hose on the hot water tank or a hose from somewhere else and fill it up and just let it work.
Okay.
Let it work. Obviously, you got the gauges. It is going to be all hooked up to Wi-Fi. You know this is charging. As long as that light's on and it's still charging, flashing, we're working. You know that.
Perfect. Oh, it was fantastic. Actually, it surpassed my expectations. They're on time. They're courteous. They're clean. They did the work perfectly. Everything looks brand new, which it is.
Any other questions?
No, it's nice after the storms of 2 or 3 years ago that makes you feel comfortable your basement isn't going to get ruined.
And you know it's going to come again. You know it's going to come
at some point, yes.
We know every 3-4 years something's going to happen.
Exactly.
Especially in this beautiful province of Alberta of ours, because we get everything. Wait 5 minutes, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But Dean doesn't have to worry about flooding in the basement. He has the Hydromatic system and the backup system with the dry cell battery. So we're good to go here. Another happy customer.